Commissioners have challenged the legality of the Parliamentary Joint Select Committee hearing a petition on their removal. The Commissioners, led by Chairman Ahmed Isaak Hassan, say the Joint Committee is not properly constituted. The committee has adjourned to 3 o'clock in the afternoon when it will issue a ruling. We now join our reporter Andrew Ochieng, who is at County Hall, to give us the latest update. Andrew, they've adjourned until 3 p.m. What exactly are the grounds of this?
Well, as you've just said, immediately the meeting began at around 11:30. The chairman of the IEBC, Isaak Hassan, said the commission had received 2 letters inviting them before the committee. The first one was more general and just invited them to address the committee on the thematic areas that are being canvassed by the committee. But the second one they received on Friday at about 8 o'clock at night, and this one was more specific on allegations which are facing about 8 members of the IEBC staff. There are 3 commissioners and about 5 members of staff facing several allegations from matters of misconduct to irregular procurement, even to irregular payments having been done by these 8 officials. And this is what some of the commissioners are against. They say that a petition, or rather a process of removing any commissioner of the IEBC should come from a petition that is passed to the National Assembly through a committee of the National Assembly. Now, there are several issues, and there's a conundrum here for this committee. First of all, because it is a joint select committee and has senators as well. And then again, the second issue there is that there is no petition before this committee. Remember, this committee is sitting to hear any allegation from any member of the public to come before it with any allegation against the IEBC. So those are the grounds that the IEBC is against. They are saying that any process to remove them from office should go in accordance with Article 251 of the Constitution, which stipulates that a petition should be sent to Parliament, should be sent to the National Assembly, to be specific, and then the National Assembly should form should listen to it through its committee. Then, if it succeeds, then a tribunal is formed. Remember, this is the same process that the Barasa Nyukuri petition passed through, though it was rejected by the committee, and as well the process which had started earlier in 2013, which had been forwarded by one of the court activists then, but did not succeed as well. So the committee has said that it is going to sit with its members, and it's going to deliberate on that preliminary objection to see how it will move forward. Remember, Dan, it has always defended itself, and it has defended its actions. It has said that it is a powerful committee which was formed by forces outside the National Assembly, forces outside Parliament. Remember, the president and the leader of the opposition had a hand in its formation, and this is after demonstrations and protests across the country, and even loss of life all across the country. Remember, when the motion was being passed in Parliament, the members of Parliament did not even agree on whether to amend even a sentence or even a comma of the motion because of the sensitivity of it all. We will be waiting to see how the ruling they give. Remember, whatever they decide, it could also define the fate of the committee itself, because remember, it is supposed to present a bill after it has finished all its deliberations. Dan?
All right, and the commission leaders, that's the chairman and his other commissioners, have been before the Chepkonga committee. Did they at any point allude as to why they would actually go and present various issues at that committee but not at this joint select committee?
Well, remember, the Chepkonga Committee is the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee of the National Assembly. Now, this is important because in all its dealings, that is the chain that the IEBC should be dealing with, and that is why the Joint Select Committee has been getting this treatment, because it is a special committee which is a time limit. It is not sort of a semi-permanent committee of the National Assembly which deals with line commissions, which deals with independent commissions like the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee. According to the Constitution, that is the way things should be done. A petition should be forwarded to the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee, which is chaired by the Ainabukoi MP Samuel Chepkonga. That is the legal procedure that should happen, and probably that is why they have found it easier to answer to the 2 petitions that have been canvassed before the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee. They've also even presented themselves to the Public Accounts Committee. Remember, the Public Accounts Committee has canvassed this issue when it was investigating how the procurement of the kits that were used in the 2013 elections were procured and the payments that were made. I've covered some of those sessions myself, and I remember the IEBC went there willingly and answered some of those questions that were being deliberated by the Public Accounts Committee. So they've had no problem before. I think it is this one whose its legality they're questioning, because it is seeking to remove them from office, and they're saying that there is no petition that has been forwarded to this committee. Actually, earlier on, when Isaak was addressing the committee, he said that it seems like the committee has turned itself into a petitioner and is also addressing the petition. So they're saying that it is violating all their rights, because it is acting as a sort of a complainant and as well as a judge and a jury as well.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew Ochieng, and it will be interesting to see how the Joint Select Committee gets out of that in terms of the legality of the proceedings they are having. Andrew Ochieng is going to be giving us more updates as we go along the day in the subsequent bulletin.